What's the most confusing good news you've ever gotten? My roommate Lisa came home from spring break looking like a completely different person. Her skin was glowing, she had this huge smile, and she kept humming these songs I'd never heard before. She said the trip to Miami was exactly what she needed after failing her midterms. We'd been roommates for 2 years and best friends since freshman year. She told me everything, from her crush on the professor to her mom's new boyfriend drama. So when she sat me down that Thursday and said she had news that would change both our lives, I figured she'd gotten back together with her ex or something. But she pulled out an acceptance letter from NYU Law School, full scholarship, starting that fall. I stared at the letter because something felt wrong. Lisa had never mentioned applying to law school. She was an art major who could barely pass intro to business. Plus, the application deadline was months ago, way before spring break. When I asked when she applied, she got this weird look and said she'd been working on it secretly because she didn't want to jinx it. She even showed me emails from the admissions office congratulating her on her interview performance. But I remembered that week clearly. She'd been in our dorm room every night complaining about her painting project. There was no way she'd done a law school interview without me knowing. That night, I couldn't sleep, so I did something I probably shouldn't have. I logged into our shared laptop and checked the browser history. That's when I found something that made my stomach drop. She'd been on someone else's student portal, not hers. The name at the top was Madison Wright, and all the law school documents were under that name, but at the bottom was Lisa's photo, clearly photoshopped onto someone else's application. I kept digging and found a whole folder of fake documents. Madison Wright's transcripts with Lisa's picture, reference letters that Lisa had written herself, even a fake bank statement showing scholarships she'd never received. The worst part was when I found Madison's real social media. She'd posted about getting into NYU Law School 3 weeks ago, then suddenly all her posts disappeared. I confronted Lisa the next morning, and she didn't even try to deny it. She just sat there crying and told me Madison was her rich cousin who never wanted to be a lawyer anyway. She said Madison was going to study abroad instead and wouldn't miss the spot. But when I asked if Madison knew about this plan, Lisa went quiet. I made her call Madison right there, but the number went straight to voicemail. The mailbox was full. That's when Lisa finally told me the truth. She'd stolen Madison's identity completely, used her social security number, her transcripts, everything. Madison didn't know because she'd been in Europe for 6 months, but Lisa had gone too far. She'd actually enrolled in classes using Madison's student loans. She'd moved into campus housing under Madison's name. She'd even gotten a job at the law library. The problem was, Madison was coming back next week. I told Lisa she had to come clean, but she begged me not to tell anyone. She said she'd worked too hard to give up now, and Madison would probably never find out anyway, but I couldn't let her destroy someone else's life like that. So I found Madison's real contact information through her emergency contact at school and sent her everything. Madison called me within an hour. She'd been trying to log into her student account for weeks, but couldn't, because Lisa had changed all the passwords. She thought it was just a technical problem. Lisa got arrested 2 days later for identity theft and fraud. The school expelled her immediately and she lost everything. But the strangest part was what Madison told me when she got back. She'd never actually wanted to go to law school. Her parents forced her to apply. She said Lisa stealing her spot was the best thing that could have happened because now she had an excuse to follow her real dream of becoming a chef. So Lisa's crime accidentally gave Madison the freedom she'd always wanted, but Lisa still went to jail for it.